Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here with some Theros speculation because we are low on spoilers again, because it's not officially spoiler season. So what we have here is a thread I found because I didn't have time to look this up, but someone else did, so thank you Tempo Tempo. Apparently there was a poster named Troll Creature who posted on a thread that Medomai, I guess that's the name, is a blue-white legend, and his deals combat damage is a time walk at a price. Okay, so that doesn't sound remotely like, understandable, clear English. But since everyone ignored him completely, that was the thing, because in the official Planeswalker's Guide to Theros Part 2, which I didn't really go over because a lot of it is pure flavor of the setting, and there wasn't a lot of information in it, besides for Medomai and maybe a possible Planeswalker. There wasn't a lot of detail. It just was a really cool article, so I'll actually put that link maybe in the description as well. But what's important is that they talk about Medomai, which is a Sphinx from Theros, officially. The problem is no one knew the name was Medomai. Sorry, not Medomai. Medomai. Nobody knew the name was Medomai before that Planeswalker's Guide came out, which happened later. So since this person, Troll Creature, knew the name was Medomai and was Blue-White Legend, that means he's probably more credible than we're giving him credit for. So his deals combat damage is a time walk at a price is probably he deals damage to a player, and then the ability that activates from that is time walk, but it costs something of some sort, which would be kind of neat. So that's that card. But he also talked about a bunch of other possible cards, which are very interesting. He says, also a 1-mana white enchantment, Swords to Plowshares, so a Bestow enchantment, so something that enchants a creature. It could work like the type of enchantment that I forget what it's called. It's one white for an enchantment that you pay a white to sacrifice it to condemn a creature. Maybe there's something like that for Swords to Plowshares, or it could be a Swords to Plowshares that attaches to a creature, and when it's removed, you Swords to Plowshares that creature, or something like that. But that'd be very interesting to see, because Swords to Plowshares is awesome, and variants of it would be very nice. And Thoughtseize is in this block. Notice what he says. He doesn't say Theros. He says in this block. So, yeah, the person is speculating whether Swords to Plowshares is for enchantments, or it is enchantment. Again, clearly not written very well, so you don't really understand what he's saying, but the speculation about it seems to be pretty cool either way. And so since Thoughtseize could be in the block, this is important because Watsy said there's going to be a Modern Masters card that was missing in this set. So I was thinking it was Serum Visions because of Thassa. Thassa has Scry in it, so the only other card that I can think of off the top of my head that is very plausible to be printed is Serum Visions. Thoughtseize, though, was a card that everyone wanted in Modern Masters and wasn't printed there. So if it was printed in the near future and not Modern Masters 2, whenever they make that someday, then where would it be? It would probably be in the larger Theros block. That does actually make sense. And black is in desperate need, especially mono black, is in desperate need of a serious competitive push, and Thoughtseize would do that. So, interesting. Maybe the green god is the double green 5/5 snake. But we know Nylea is a archer, so how does that work? And there's a question mark, so it sounds like he doesn't really know what he's talking about there. The dual cycle is the Nimbus Maze land cycles. I actually speculated about this a while ago, that one of the possible land types they could focus on, which I thought that'd be cool, would be Nimbus Maze. So let's pull up Nimbus Maze. I'll just quickly re-speculate. Remember, they said they're going to have a Future Sight card. So if this is actually true, and they keep the Future Sight border, or they use the Future Sight card, Nimbus Maze does fall in that category. So again, Watsy could completely pull the rug out from under us. We're expecting enchantment creatures, and we get a Nimbus Maze-like thing. Nimbus Maze taps for 1 colorless anytime, or taps for a white, only if you control an island. It taps for a blue if you control a plains, which is kind of interesting, especially because we have Shocklands, so, it could work that way. Very, very cool if they do something like Nimbus Maze. I doubt they would do the exact same thing. It just it just seems like it could run a little awkward, but it would make it more difficult to do, 3 colors. I mean, you have shocks, but then the Nimbus Maze would make it where 2-color is more effective with these lands, I think, because it's awkward. I mean, you could, while we have shocks, you could do both, but if they do make these Nimbus Maze, then once the shocks rotate in the following cycle, it would basically make 3-color much more difficult to run, unless they, put in new shock-like variants. But if Nimbus Maze is it, that'd be very, very cool. So that's pretty much all the stuff he talked about. Medomai we know is real. We don't know if this ability is real, but since he knew about Medomai beforehand, it's likely it's going to be something like this, which could be kind of neat. We'll have to see what it is. Swords of Plowshares, don't know how that would work. Please speculate yourselves down below in the comment section about it, as well as Thoughtseize, and if the dual land cycle is Nimbus Maze, what that would mean. All your thoughts in the comments section as well. Check out my channel sponsors in the description of the video. And as always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.